Today on Community Cooking, we have guest chef Elisabeth Sercio making Parmesan crusted salmon fillet served over a bed of quinoa risotto. It's a healthy treat you won't want to miss. We're cooking with some of the best chefs from right here in our own community. So grab a seat, get comfortable. We've got another great menu coming at you. This is your Community Cooking. Hello and welcome to Community Cooking. I'm your host, Kirk Lyons. In our kitchen today is special guest and chef, Elisabeth Sercio. Elisabeth, hi.
Hi.
Welcome.
Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you.
Happy to be here.
Well, we are glad to have you because you are a private chef with a pretty impressive resume.
Yes.
We don't have to name names here, but let's say it's safe to say you've cooked for a celebrity or two.
Yes.
Very nice, very nice. Now let me ask you, when you cook for them, do they make you like sign something saying you can't talk about that, or is that okay to mention their names?
Well, when I am working in their house, I already signed a confidential agreement.
Right.
But they don't mind if I tell for who I worked before.
Okay, why don't you drop a few names then?
Martin Lawrence.
Okay, that's good.
Jacqueline Smith.
Good. Oh, very good. Yeah.
Hillary Clinton.
All right. Yeah, I mean, we're really climbing up the ladder here. That's
Mariah Carey.
Wow. Like I said, impressive resume. And equally as impressive is the meal you've brought for us today. Because, I mean, it just looks and sounds so delicious, but yet it's pretty healthful, correct?
Yes.
We've got a Parmesan crusted salmon fillet, which that salmon looks beautiful, with a quinoa risotto.
Quinoa risotto. It's different than white risotto.
Yes, yes. We'll get into that in a little bit. I tell you what, why don't you start off by just telling us all the ingredients that you've brought for this lovely dish?
For the risotto first?
You can do all of it.
Okay. The salmon, I'm going to put in the oven very quick.
Okay.
And then I take them off, but I put some paper on top, and then I take them off, and I put the crust on top to melt the cheese.
Okay, so we have a crust. We have salmon, and the crust is Parmesan cheese and parsley.
And garlic.
And garlic. Okay, and then for the risotto, we have cooked quinoa.
Yeah, onion, parsley, carrots, Parmesan cheese, basil, raisins.
Lovely.
And that one is a little surprise, a different one.
Ah.
Yeah, I need to fry them and put on top.
Nice, like quinoa croutons almost.
Something
or
like that.
Breadcrumbs maybe.
Yeah.
Very good. Okay, so we're going to start with making the salmon. What do we do there?
I'm going to put the paper on top and put in the oven.
Okay, so we're just going to bake this off in the
Yeah,
oven.
it takes 10 minutes.
10 minutes at about how many degrees?
425.
425. Okay, so why don't I get this in for you? We can get that going. Now, Elizabeth, you are from Brazil, correct?
Yes.
Yeah. When I first met you, and I saw Sercio, I thought it sounded Italian to me, and then you explained that you're Portuguese from Brazil, and I love that. As I was explaining to you, I do Brazilian jiu-jitsu, so I'm around a lot of Brazilians. So you know, it's nice to meet a Brazilian chef. I can't say I've worked with one here yet.
Oh,
so
thank you.
You are the first.
Thank you.
So let's get going on our risotto.
Okay, I'm going to saute the onion.
All right, we're just going to use a little olive oil in
Olive oil. At the end, I put a little butter because everything with butter tastes better.
Okay. Yes, very good, very good. So now with the salmon that we just put into the oven, is it important what type of salmon? I mean, there's all different types. We've got everything from wild to farm raised.
Doesn't matter.
Okay, so whatever salmon you can get.
Doesn't matter.
It's king salmon, what have you. It's all good. Do you ever work with frozen or fresh frozen, or is it?
No, I don't like anything frozen.
So basically, as long as it's fresh.
Yes.
And
everything have fresh is better.
About how many ounces was that?
2 pounds.
2 pounds. Okay, so that's going to feed what, like maybe 4 or 5 people almost?
Something like that.
Okay,
yeah.
great, great.
Okay.
So olive oil into the pot, and then we're going in with some chopped white onions. And is this a dish that you make for any of your clients?
Yes.
Yeah, you got a smile on your face. Someone request this specifically?
No, I make a surprise because they never heard about it before talking about quinoa risotto.
Right. Yeah. I mean, everybody's used to making risotto with rice, arborio rice. But
Yes.
you're sort of switching that up here with using some quinoa.
Yeah, it's healthier and different.
Yeah, it's healthy because it's a whole grain, correct? And as is rice, but it's got protein in it. It's got more fiber, things like that.
It's different.
It's different, right? Now this is already been cooked. This risotto.
Yeah.
How did you do that?
I just boil with water and a little salt.
And what ratio do you use? Like water to quinoa?
For one cup of quinoa, you put 2 cups of water.
So 2 to 1, just like rice.
Yeah, but normally, if you can cook with chicken broth, that tastes good too.
Nice. Yeah, it gives it a little bit extra flavor,
Yes.
if you will. Okay, great. And with our onions here, how long are we letting those go? Putting color on them, or are we just getting
No,
them
until
clear?
they get translucent.
Just translucent. Okay.
Yeah.
And nothing better than onions cooking in the pot, right? The smell.
Yes,
I love it.
me too.
I love it. What are your favorite things to cook?
Italian food and French food.
Nice. All right. Very good. Very good.
But I love Lebanese food too.
Lebanese, right? Now your husband is Lebanese, correct?
Yes,
Okay.
half Lebanese, half Italian. So he likes both of them.
Right. Do you cook Brazilian food or Portuguese food?
Yes.
Okay. So maybe we'll have you on another time. You can make feijoada, right?
Sure,
the
for sure,
stew,
yeah.
the Brazilian stew, which is pretty much the national dish, correct?
Yeah. Let me get a little warm here.
Okay. Yeah, sometimes it takes a little bit to get that going. I can hear it though.
Start to.
Right, give you that little sizzle, exactly. And this is something here, this dish, while you're just using onion, I mean, we could use red onion if you had it. You could put other things in it. I mean, it's a little bit adaptable too, correct?
This one you can use shallots.
Oh, yeah.
I don't recommend a red onion.
Because maybe the color would turn the...
Yes, they taste better for salads.
Okay.
But you can use the white one, the shallots, and because I have so many things to put, I don't want to mix too many colors.
Right,
And
right.
flavors different.
Right. Now, I noticed that the fish that we put in the oven, you didn't season that at all. It was just you'd hit it with a little bit of olive oil before we started. Is that on purpose? I mean,
Yes, because the crust that I'm going to put on top has a
okay.
Parmesan cheese and garlic and parsley, but the Parmesan cheese is a little salty.
there's your salt. Correct. Do you find yourself cooking with less sodium or less fat for your celebrity clients?
Oh, normally they don't like me to use a lot of butter.
And we just talked about the virtues of butter.
Yeah, but I use just a tiny bit, just the flavor.
Of course, it's not going
But
to hurt them.
salt is very little. They don't like too much salt.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay. All
No.
right.
Okay, it's getting there.
All right.
I'm going to put the quinoa in.
Beautiful. Yeah, I enjoy quinoa. It's nice that it's like now, not only has it become part of our diets, but chefs such as yourself are actually using it to replace other grains in other dishes, which is kind of neat.
Yeah.
It's cool. Get that out of your way. And this is something that you could also, I guess, do if you had just leftover quinoa.
Oh, the next day tastes even better.
Right, right. So if you're making quinoa just straightforward for a dish one day and you have leftover, you know, I do the same thing with rice where I will purposely make more than I need. Because my boys love fried rice, like Chinese style fried rice.
Uh-huh.
So it's like if we have white rice, they sort of expect to have fried rice the next
But
day.
you like the rice only steam, or you like with something else?
Oh, I like it all sorts of ways. I'll make it. I might steam it the first night, but then the second night I'll fry it like in a wok with other things in it.
Yeah, in Brazil we used to saute the garlic and onion, put the rice, fry a little bit,
Right.
and put the water.
Right.
Tastes completely different.
Yes. Yeah.
Then only
Then just
steam?
steamed.
Yeah.
Right. Right. Well, and in a lot of Asian cooking, the reason that the rice is just steamed is that the dishes have a tendency to be like, there's so much soy sauce, a lot of salt, and that rice is used to temper the saltiness.
Yeah.
So, or the heat.
Okay, let me see what I'm going to put
We're
next.
going to go with that cream next. All right. All right. So now we just put that cream in. We're going to give that a stir, and we let that go for just a little bit, correct?
Yes.
All right, I tell you what, while that's happening, I think it's a perfect time to take a break. We'll reorganize here. We'll finish up our meal on the other side. So don't go away. We will be right back.
Palm trees, coastline, craft brews. Yep, this is Southern California. But this is Torrance. Have you ever driven to a whole other city just for a bowl of ramen? Because if you haven't, that's about to change. Have you ever been to a beach that feels so much like your own private beach that you're like, where has this been all my life? Welcome, my friends, to Torrance Beach. So private, you hadn't even heard of it. Have you ever been to a mall that had literally 2.7 million square feet of shopping? Run, don't walk to Del Amo Fashion Center. And get this, Torrance is the actual epicenter of the South Bay's craft brew industry. I guess you could say the brews are just craftier here. We also have a farmer's market that's just as much about the people as it is about the food. And even our museum scene is the best of the South Bay. All this just 15 minutes from LAX. You'll come for the city, stay for the experience, and leave as a friend. So, are you in?
Welcome back to Community Cooking. I am in the kitchen with Chef Elisabeth Sercio, and we are making a Parmesan crusted salmon fillet, and that's going to be on a bed of quinoa risotto. Our salmon has been in the oven, and you just put that on a baking sheet with a little bit of parchment, skin side down, touch of olive oil, another piece of paper on top of that, and just baked it at, you said 425, right?
Yes.
For about 10 minutes.
Yes.
Should we go check on that real quick?
Yeah, I think it's done by now.
Let's see how we're doing here. Oh, yeah, I think we're good. Let's see.
Yeah, this is done.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, and it's still nice and yielding in the center. So time to make the topping now?
Yeah.
Okay, great.
Let me grab a spoon.
This out of the way. Yeah, that's nice. It's nice when you can throw something in the oven like that, and then just, here, let me move that to you so you're not reaching too far. Here, but be careful, that is hot. There you go. It's nice to be able to utilize your oven. It's sort of like a sous chef.
Yeah.
Right? When something's on the stove top like this, or you're prepping, you're being very active. But you can do things while something's in the oven.
That's
Can't
true.
sit there and watch it the whole time. So
That's
it's
true.
we prepare the rest of the meal. And you said this was just Parmesan, parsley, garlic.
And garlic. I put 3 cloves of garlic,
Whoa. Okay.
half a cup of Parmesan cheese, and 1/4 of cup of parsley.
Okay. All right. But once again, you could play with the ratio a little bit to suit your own taste, or add different herbs, or.
You can put basil.
Yeah, that'd be good too. You're right. That'd be great.
So now it's ready to go back to the oven.
Okay, and then how long do we pop that in for?
Maybe 5 minutes.
Okay.
Just to melt the cheese and get a little crust and a little brown, light brown.
Does the temperature stay the same on the oven, or does
No, let's go a little.
I will drop that for you. What do you need that
Maybe
at?
350.
350 it is. And start. Beautiful. Look at that. See how expertly I just changed the degrees on the oven? All right.
Be careful,
Okay.
it's hot.
Let's get, yes, thank you. All right, and now we're going to finish up the risotto, correct?
Yes.
All right. So there we
Do you
go.
mind
And
to
we
put
will.
this away from me, please?
I will keep a 5-minute timer in my head.
Please.
And that way, once that's done, we will take that out and we can let that sit. Because salmon is the type of fish that, you don't have to, it doesn't have to be piping hot. It can be warm, right? It's not.
Actually, when you take them off the oven, they need to rest a little bit.
Right.
Like a few minutes.
It's nicer that way. I know. Okay, great. So this is our pot that has it started with olive oil, onion. You put in the cooked quinoa and then some cream.
Yeah, and I'm gonna put a little salt and pepper.
Okay. You gotta season it a little bit, right?
The Parmesan cheese.
Oh, right. Yeah. So now we're mimicking the Parmesan that's on top of the salmon. Sort of bringing that all together. All right.
The parsley. The raisin.
Now that's the surprise, I think, right? That's just
Salty with sweet.
right, and then also the richness from the salmon, the fattiness of the salmon, I think, really benefits from
Yeah.
that sweet too. Beautiful. Yeah, it gets just creamy enough.
Yeah, don't get, too soaked with liquid.
Right, it would make it mushy, correct?
Yes.
Okay, so it's a little less saucy than a risotto, than a traditional risotto.
Yeah, the risotto with rice, it have to be creamy.
Right. Right.
Not this one because it's going to be too
Break
cooked.
it down too much, right? And you've also got some carrot here too. That's also going to bring some sweetness to the party, right?
Yeah.
And also some beautiful color. That looks great. Yeah, it's very pretty. The green with the orange is looking great.
And the cheese start to melt it.
Yeah.
Okay, this
Excellent.
one is done.
Done. Beautiful.
Now I need to fry that one
Okay.
to make them crispy
Okay.
to put on top.
Lovely, lovely. Yeah, let's get our pan on the oil. Yeah, might want to crank that up there. Okay, and this is like sort of a technique that very close to like how Italians will fry breadcrumbs, right, and put them on top of like pasta.
Actually, this one he's a friend of mine. He's a French guy.
Oh, okay.
And he's a very good chef, married with a Brazilian woman.
I think, well, French and chef, I mean, right? It goes hand in hand.
He's a very good chef. And he come up with this thing that let's try and see what happens. And we did a couple ones with something different stuff, but
Right.
the one that best come up was that one.
Really?
I don't know why.
Yeah, it's nice. I think that it's always nice to add a crunchy texture to things. I enjoy it. I think it's a real nice sort of extra element to the texture.
Well, it looks good too.
Yeah, yeah. That's never bad.
Have you tried this before?
Yeah, I actually have had it done on a crispy level, and I find it delightful. I think it's great. I've never had it used as a topping for risotto or pasta, but I have tasted it crispy. And that probably doesn't take too long to fry, correct?
It's very quick.
Okay. And then we're looking for like a nice like sort of golden brown on it.
Light brown.
Light brown? Okay.
Yeah.
All right, here, let me get that out of your way. And what do you want to do with this basil here?
This basil, I'm going to cut very thin and put in there.
In the risotto?
Yes.
Okay. So it's like a chiffonade, as they say?
Yes.
And that is beautiful, beautiful fresh basil right there. Gorgeous. And we can hear that. The quinoa frying away. Shall I check on the salmon?
Please.
Feels like about 5 minutes. All right. Oh yeah. Did we get it?
Yeah. Let me see.
Here, let me get this for you. How does that look?
Good.
Beautiful.
That's good.
So let that rest.
Yes.
All right. Actually, let me put it on my cutting board. I don't want to damage our beautiful, fairly new kitchen. Oh, that smells so good. Yeah, the garlic is just coming off the top of that. That is really, really good. Beautiful, nice thin chiffonade. I love that. It's always, basil's so much nicer when it's cut thin like that, right?
Yeah. Tastes better.
Yeah, I enjoy it. I find that with most herbs too. The finer the cut on it, just a lot nicer. All right. So we're almost done here, aren't we?
Yeah.
So I think all that we have left to do here is plate our food, right? Well, why don't we, I'm going to let you drain those off. We'll tidy up here a little bit, and
Sure.
we'll put out a beautiful plate of food.
Claro.
All right. Don't go away. We'll be right back.
Oh, my sweet baby, you mean everything to me. I love you.
Can we get strawberries?
No, honey.
Please.
Okay.
Welcome back. I am in the kitchen with Chef Elisabeth Sercio, and we've got like some amazing looking and smelling food in front of us here. Chef, this looks great. This looks really, really beautiful and smells terrific.
Thank you.
I should mention, when we put this fish into the oven, you went skin side down on the paper and then another piece of paper over it. And when you plated, you had an offset spatula or a fish flipper and just went right between the fish and the skin, and it lifted the entire fillet off perfectly. So no skin left behind.
No skin there.
That's just pure fillet right there.
Yes.
And it is cooked perfectly. I can tell by looking at it, it's just so moist and slightly quivery and just how I like it. And I am going to take a bite. Here we go. Let's see. I'm going to start with the fish. Oh, yeah. That's nice. That is delicious.
Thank you.
You know what? You're absolutely right about the salt. I was thinking that I would miss it, and I don't. That the cheese is enough, and it's sort of the garlic, the sharpness from the garlic sort of fills that in too. But that is really good, and like I said, that is perfectly cooked salmon right there. Perfect. Wow, so good. Okay, risotto time. I want to get a little bit of everything here. Wow, that risotto is a lot creamier than it actually looks. I mean, that cream, I think, was absorbed by the risotto, correct? So it's not, we spoke about that before, where it's not like a rice risotto where it's real creamy and sitting in more of a sauce. But that absorbed that, and it made the texture of the risotto itself beautiful. That's delicious.
Yeah, because the right risotto has to be creamy.
Right.
Not this one.
Right. And I, for one, love these raisins. I think they're great. It's the perfect foil for this fatty fish. And the other thing is, this is nice too. A nice little crunch. That is great. This is so delicious. And as you could see, it was easy. I mean, 10 minutes in the oven, another few minutes to melt that crust. As long as the risotto or the quinoa is cooked, that's a quick dish. It's just about a little bit of prep and you're good to go. Chef, thank you so much for coming.
You're welcome. It's my pleasure.
You're awesome. I hope you come back and visit us. It really goes to show you we are cooking with some of the best chefs from right here in our own community. On behalf of myself, Chef Sercio, the entire crew here at Community Cooking, thanks for watching. We will see you next time. More salmon.
If you'd like a copy of the recipes seen on this show, send us a self-addressed stamped envelope to the Office of Cable and Community Relations. That's 3350 Civic Center Drive, Suite 200, in Torrance, California, 90503. Be sure to note the show number displayed on the screen. And don't forget, you can find all the fresh ingredients used on today's show at the Farmers Market. Visit the one here in Torrance at Wilson Park. That's located at 2200 Crenshaw Boulevard. They're open every Tuesday and Saturday from 8 a.m. until 1 p.m., rain or shine. And if you'd like to be a guest on our show, email us at communitycooking@torranceca.gov and check us out online at youtube.com/TorranceCityCable and like us on Facebook at Community Cooking TV.